Ava Eart.
E says, why, love a duck.
The man bein' ain't a chopping block, there ain't no call for you to go and chuck a man about when he has took the knock. Gore. Do ye want to bust him all apart? Ava Eart. Or, Ava Eart.
He weeps. A fight's a fight, but,
strike me bandy, this is bloody war. It's murder.
And you got no blasted right to ask to man to confirm, or he had no chance with you right from the start, or,
Ava Eart.
Ye've pulped his diller, he whines,
ye've pinched his gun,
ye've bunged his eye and bashed in off his teeth. Struth.
Ain't ye satisfied with what ye've done, or are you out to fit him for a wreath? The man's half dead already. What's your dot? Say, Ava Eart. I never did hear sick a bloke to squeal about a trifle. This air pal UV spikes don't seem to have the stomach for a deal. UV solid stoosh, rough work don't suit his likes. He ain't done much but blather from the start. Ava Eart. A rat face coot he is, with rat-like nerves that's got all jangled with exceeding fright, while I am in spike what he deserves. But twice he tried to trip me in the fight, the little skunk. Now sobbing like a dart. Or, Ava Eart. This airs the pretty picture in our foo's back private room. Spite weg, well on the floor, is bleeding pretty, with a bonza bruise paint in one eye, and half his clobbered door. While me, the concrenero, stands above all, and me love the rat face mutt is dancing up and down. Arfu is singing jazz in raw Chinese, the parson staring at me with a frown, as if he thought zick things could never be, and I'm some blokies but Africanus he's hypnotized. Foo's furniture is scattered and yow, art is it like, in bits about the floor, and half a dozen blokes, drawn by the row, nosy but nervous, overs near the door. I ain't no picture off no chocolate box. I've took some knocks, I ain't no picture. But, zero glory, but there's dicky birds a warbling in me soul to think that I ain't lost that uppercut, and my left hook's still with me, good and whole. I feared me punch was dead, but I was wrong. Me Eart's all song. Then, as Spike makes a move, I raised me mitts fearing a foul, and rat-faced does his block. He loosens up a string UV epithets that seemed to jolt the parson with a shock. Filthy and free they was, make no mistakes. Then Snowy wakes all through the fight. He had seemed kind UV dazed, you absorbing it like some saint in a dream, but now he straightened up, his ole eyes blazed an, as the filth flowed in a red-hot stream, his voice bluing like pool winds from the south. Shut that foul mouth. Shut your vile mouth, or, by the Lord, his and went up. And there was anger on his face, but rat-face ducked. He weren't the man to stand agin that figure UV avenging grace ducked, or he might UV stopped one ugly smite from Snowy's right. Young friend, he turns to me. And then I hear a yell, the cops. The cops is in the lane. Parson, I says, we had a trop. I fear. Mid-appier scenes I'll venture to explain. Ange to me and wave no fond farewell, but run like I. Some say wrong living reaps no good reward. Well, I dunno. If I had not cut loose in Spadgers, in them days long deplored, how could I know the run? UV Foo's caboose, that back way entrance, used for China's friends unaliens, out by a green door, down a flight UV stairs, along a passage, up another flight, through half a dozen rooms, broadcasting scares to 20 yellow men, pea green with fright, me and the parson, through that heathen land. Trips and in and out UV dark corners, voices air and their break sudden with a jabbering sing-song, like magpies fluting on the morning air. We pays no heed to them, but plug along, twistin' and turnin' through them secret ways, like in a maze. I bust a bolted door. The parson gasps, the air inside is heavy with the drug. A fat chow goggles at the broken hasps, another dreams uneaten on a rug. Out by the other door past piles UV fruit, how we did scoot red lanterns, lacquer work, brass pots, strange smells, silk curtains, slippers, baskets, ginger jars, a squealin' Chinese fiddle, tinkling bells, queer works, UV art, filth, fowls, ducks, iron bars to winders, all pass by us in a stream, like woots a dream, down to a cellar, up Hajan, and out bananas, brandy jars. We rush pell-mell, turning to left, to right, then round about the parson. After, said it seemed like hell, through one last awful pong, then up a stair into clean air. We're in a little yard, no thing to stop our flight to freedom but a fence. Now, jump. I grabs his reverence, heaves him to the top, and bungs me own frame over with a bump. Dan, says the parson,
Or it sounded so, but I'd know. Seems that his coat got itched up on a nail. He jerks it free and gently comes to earth. Peter the hermit saw me, I says, all ale, and makes punk noises indicate in mirth. The parson, he walks on, as still as death. Seems out of breath. I walk beside him, but he says no word. To put it straight, I'm feeling pretty mean, feeling a bit ashamed of what's occurred, but still, I never planned to have no scene with Spike. I didn't start the flamin' row, not anyhow. I tells him so. But still he never spoke. I asks him how else could the thing be done. I tells him straight I'd let no flamin' bloke take pot shots at me with no flamin' gun. He stops, and pats me shoulder with his and I understand. Young friend. His face is a full stern and grave. The brawl was not your seeking, we'll suppose, but does it help this girl we wish to save? How can zik mad brutality serve Rose? Maybe, in anger, you forget, young friend, our Christian end? Not on your life. I tells him. Spike's in soak, whether the cops have got him now or not. And that removes one interferin' bloke what had a mind to queer our Ollie plot to more. Will find Rose, and work good works with gentler lurks. Gentler? He says. I hope so. Still he's grave. The ways you've even strange, he says, and yours is stranger still. Yet all may work to save one struggling soul, if even's grace endures. He's dreadful solemn. I must own I feel grieved a great deal. Your face, he says, is very badly cut now. Look, I chips. Hold on. Let's get this right. Who was it tried to stoosh that rat face mutt? Who was it barracked for me in the fight? Who was it used that word of sense up on that fence? Young friend. Indignant? Struth. I see him try to keep real stern. But soon I recognize the little twinkle stealing in his eye, that won't keep out, no matter how he tries. And then, his twitching lips smile wide apart. Ava Eart.